The app basically looks at the population of Dublin bikes across the city and how it changes over time. Here on the app is a map that shows the amount of bikes across the city in different ways. So you can look at it using a heat map. So you've got hotspots where there's a lot of bikes, and then you've got a 3D map which is large peaks where there's a lot of bikes.
We had a list of populations of stations at bikes for about 6 or 8 months. So what we did was we compared different stations in pairs and then all with each other also, and looked at the correlation between the rises and falls of the bike populations in different stations. And by doing that we were able to see that, among other things, that the use of Dublin bikes in the city was periodic.
It's really interesting how it changes over time. People go into the city centre in the mornings and leave in the afternoons. And also we have some parts of the actual science that we did. So it's got an explanation of the analysis that Mike talked about and some of the results that are there as well.
And furthermore, we saw a 7-day pattern as well, so it varied with the days of the week. And then using that data, we were also able to create a network, so linking the stations by links based on how correlated they were with each other, which showed some interesting patterns about the movement of the bikes across the city and how people move from the outside of the city into the city centre and from the city centre out.
When we gather the data, but it's basically just a lot of numbers. So we've got about a paperback book a week of data, and we've got about this for 6 months. So in order to be able to understand that data in an easy way, we wanted to hack it in such a way that it'd be easily understandable by a glance, which is how you use a heat map and a 3D map and everything, so people can understand it in a very easy way.